Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck, live and in person from, well, here in Wisconsin. And you're probably wondering, hey, Lost Canuck, what are you doing standing in front of your Big Ben 10 rotisserie? Well, hey, today's a crazy episode day. Some of you viewers asked me, do you think you could do a brisket on a rotisserie? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. So I went over to Hagberg's over in Lake Elmo, Minnesota, favorite butcher shop, and asked Billy for 2 nice brisket flats. So we're going to basically see if the sandwich grates hold 2 brisket flats and fire this thing up and see how long it takes to make brisket over an open fire. Probably a lot less time than you would go overnight. And they're flat, so they're a lot thinner. All right, so before we fire up the experiment, we're going to go upstairs, prep our brisket flats, and then light this thing and try it out. But first, let's roll that intro. Hey, well, we're upstairs in the barbecue lab, which doubles up as my kitchen. Got a couple of brisket flats that we're going to try out on the Wellspring Components Big Ben 10. And I'm just going to do a little trimming. I was over at Hagberg's today and talked to Billy, and he had a couple flats there. And the flats actually look like they'll fit into the sandwich grates. I just have to do a little bit of trimming here. A bit of oxidized meat off the sides. Some of the hard fat. Alright, so we're just going to want to trim off some of the hard fat, like this one. Okay, so there's one brisket, flat. This one's a lot bigger. This is a breaking knife, so I'm probably using it the wrong way, but it's pretty sharp, so I like it. What we're going to do is we're going to use some binder. Yes, you don't have to use binder. I am going to use some binder, but the surface is tacky enough you can just go straight to rub. I'm one of those binder weirdos, so we're going to do that. And today's binder will be local. Okay, so this is Bigfoot barbecue sauce. It's made here, right here in Hudson, and it's sold in northern Wisconsin. It's good stuff. I don't know if you saw the video. Tom Horseman likes this stuff too. I like it because it's made right here in my hometown. So let's open this up and get some binder on. Then we're going to go through the rubs here in a second. And you just need a little thin layer, just enough to coat the outside. What we'll do is we'll dry brine this overnight. And for you viewers that are new to barbecue or new to the channel, dry brining basically is after you get the rub on and it has salts in it, you let it sit in your fridge overnight, and then the salt and some of the other ingredients soak, using reverse osmosis into the meat. That's all dry brining is. Nothing too fancy about it at all. We're not very fancy at Lost Canuck Barbecue. Got our controversial binder on. I'll wipe that off after. Okay, so one, I'm going to use, this is local rub. It's made by Josh It's made by Josh and Sarah over at Ope We're Smokin. Ope We're Smokin is a local Twin Cities company, and they make all kinds of rubs. I'm going to use their all-purpose, which is fancy salt, pepper, garlic, because it is beef. So we'll just go simple. Oh, look at that, I didn't get binder on everything. We'll just go simple. We'll put a little layer of this on. You can see it's heavy on the salt flakes, but that's good. You want salt to get in there. Now this stuff, I think they just started selling it on Amazon, which is kind of cool. So I usually go over to my local barbecue store, Northern Fire, and buy this. But I guess if I didn't feel like driving over there, or was in a pinch and I wanted it delivered to my house, I suppose I could order it right from Amazon. Now it does cost you a little more to order it from Amazon, but okay, brisket 1 complete. That was Ope We're Smokin all-purpose. Okay, now we're going to go with a mainstream rub for this one. This is Meat Mitch Steer Season. This is pretty good too. And you'll be able to tell the briskets apart because this is kind of a salt, pepper, garlic. And this one has some, I think it's got paprika in it. It's got a little red color to it. So this one will be more red, and that'll be just salt, pepper color. Oh yeah, you can see it's very red. But this is good on beef. Okay, that was Meat Mitch Steer Season. Okay, so rub number 2, got our binder, got everything trimmed up. Let's throw these in the fridge. I'll see you down at the Wellspring Components Big Ben 10 tomorrow morning. We'll get her lit up and let her go. These are pretty thin, so I'm expecting maybe a... Now, my predictions are always wrong, but I'm thinking maybe a 5-hour cook. We'll see. Once it hits a stall, it's very unpredictable. So we'll see you down at the pit. All right, well, we're back at the pit. I've been dry brining the brisket flats overnight. Let's try the experiment out. Will a brisket work on a rotisserie? I've never done it, so it may not work. Who knows? But let's get this thing lit up. So first of all, I put a base layer of this B&B Char-Logs down. It's pretty, it burns nice and steady. I like it. And then I really like this Meat Church briquettes. Now, from what I see online and everything, these things are probably made in the same place that the old B&B 100% oak ones were made. So it is made in Mexico, but hey, I don't care as long as it gives you some good flavor. So let's get this thing opened up and lit. Now what you can see is I built a pyramid in here. So I put the Char-Logs on the bottom, and then I built up a little pyramid of Meat Church briquettes and some Hickory chunks there. So we should get some good smoke flavor here. All right, so let's get this thing lit. All right, well, you can see it's lit. Oh, my sprinklers are on. They moved to a different spot. Good. All right, so let's get this closed down. I'm going to set my chef's temp up for 250. So we're going to go low and slow on the brisket. And then got my Brizo fan here hooked up. So as soon as we get up around 250 and everything starts burning in properly, we will throw the brisket on. So I'll see you in a minute. Hey, well, we're at the Big Ben 10 pit. I've been running it at 250. It's been smoking like a charm. Man, I love those Meat Church briquettes. They smell great. And if you ever watch Tom Horseman's channel, I think he would agree with me too. All right, so let's get those brisket flats into the sandwich grate and put onto the pit. I'm going to use some temperature probes so I know what's going on. So there's our Ope We're Smokin Rub. And which end is the thickest end? Probably right here. Okay, definitely this. So why I'm checking to see which end is the thickest end is you want to put your thin out towards the one side where there's less heat, and your thick towards the middle. This one, maybe I'll turn it. Now it kind of lines up perfectly. Let's get our temperature probes in. So I'm going to put blue in the Ope We're Smokin. There. You want to put them into the minimum insertion points. Okay, and then just for fun, because I want to know what the ambient temperature is, and this is my Meat Stick 5. This is the single prime probe. We'll put one of those in here too, just so I know what the ambient is. Just for fun. You don't have to know what the ambient is, but I'd sure like to know a little bit. Okay, so it's going to tell me up at the top of the grate what the ambient is. Okay, so let's get the meat on. Again, I've never done this. 2 Brisket Flats rotisserie brisket is this will be different. Oh, we're not going to wrap this either. We're just going to take it right to completion. We're going to let her cook right up to about, I usually go to about 205. I'll stop it when my probe says 200, and then I'll do some tenderness checks, and then we should be good. Let's put our hot gloves on. Oh, we got to put our Chef's Temp S1 on pause so it doesn't take off on you. All right, so let's lock it down. That's locked. There, that's locked. Okay, so it's squeezing that in. Let's turn the rotisserie on. There she goes. It's holding the meat in there pretty nice. All right, so what do you guys think? 4 hours? 6 hours? Good question. I don't know. Never done this before. Maybe you're crazy, Lost Canuck. Maybe it's going to take overnight. But I don't think so. These live fire cooks go pretty quick. Plus that brisket's pretty skinny. All right, we'll see you when it's time to check probe tenderness. Hey, well, we're back at the pit. It's been running for about 4 hours, right around 250. It's been smoking like it's been pretty good. My internal temperature probes are telling me the small brisket flat is done. The big one's got a bit ways to go, so let's pull the small one off, throw it in the holding oven, and then we'll enjoy it for supper tonight. But I got to pull the small one off first. So we're going to need our heat gloves. Put this on pause. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, look at the color on that thing. Now remember, this thing will be hot, hotter than hot. That's where it seems to want to stop. Now this is very hot. Okay, so the little guy is going to go in a foil pan. You want to get the grease off if it drips on here right away, or it'll stain your paint. All right, so let's get the little guy into foil pan. Then we'll put the big guy back on and keep running. Okay, got my Hay Grill Hay gloves on here. Color looks really good. So let's get this into a foil pan like that. I'll put that in my Vevor holding cooler. I'm going to move this to the middle. I'll get my ultra hot gloves on. These are good to 450, but I don't want to chance it. These I move hot coals around with. Okay, you can see it moving on its own, and I haven't turned the rotisserie on. It goes to this natural position. So Norman and Dwayne, if you are watching, the the back side of the clamp setup mechanism is really heavy to the one side with steel. So that's why it keeps wanting to rotate over. Just wanted to let you know. Let's take it off pause, and away we go. Okay, so this middle one was about 180, so we got about 20 degrees to go. I'm going to go put this in the holding oven. Looks good. Good color. All right, well, we're back at the pit on the second brisket. It's telling me, the sensors, my RFX probes are telling me it is complete. So let's take it out and see what we got. Man, the bark looks really good. Yeah, let's put our high heat gloves on and get the basket out. And then we'll transfer the brisket into that pan. Wow, it smells great. Okay, so let's take the top grate off. Here, I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting the grass right now, so I could feel the alarm in my phone go off. So, all right. Wow, this looks amazing. And again, what we're going to do, put it in the pan, and then put it. Oh yeah, she's done. Put it in my little Vivor holding oven, and then have it for supper tonight. So the other one cooked a little over 4 hours. This one was getting almost 5 hours. So when I asked you earlier in the video, how long do you think it'll take to cook over an open fire? It's pretty quick. And these are flat, so they're a lot thinner. All right, so I'm going to foil this up, throw it in the Vivor holding oven, and then I'll see you when it's time to slice these things. Hey! Well, we're back upstairs at the cutting board. This is the Ope We're Smokin Rub. A little bit bigger brisket, so it cooked longer. And, well, the bark looks pretty good. Really yummy. So, what do you say we slice into this thing? See what we got. And do I cut it this way? I guess we cut it this way. Right in the middle. Now remember, this is a rotisserie brisket. I've never made anything quite like this before. Well, it's got a really nice smoke ring, and it is pretty juicy. There's the juice running out of it. Wow, it's really nice. Let's take a couple slices out of here. All right, so this is the flat. So we'll take a couple of pieces out of the middle. Give one for me and one for the videographer. See what she thinks. It smells very smoky. I'll tell you that much. Okay. So here's one for the videographer. And here's one for me. Cheers. Is it as tender as I would make it on the regular smoker overnight? Probably not, because it was hot and fast. But it is pretty decent. It does have some good flop. That's a thick piece. So anyways, the rub worked really nice. All right, so we sliced through our Ope We're Smokin brisket. Let's try our Meat Mitch brisket. See what it tastes like. Well, again, it's got a pretty decent smoke ring. Well, the juice is coming out of here, so it smells good. Let's try her out here. Now, I will say this is because look, we didn't wrap it. We didn't, we didn't do anything to it. We didn't spritz it. It was just rotisserie the whole way through. So it is slightly drier, as one would expect. Okay, we'll take one for me, one for the videographer. Cheers. It's still good.
Yeah, I like that flavor.
Flavor's good. This is the meat, Mitch. Wow. Yeah, that is good. Oh, yeah, I think so. I cut them pretty thick, so, but it is cooked. You can tell. Put this one over here. Close that up. Okay. Let's do our final thoughts and conclusions. If you want to cook a brisket fast, hot and fast, rotisserie is the way to do it. This was 4.5 hours, and that's backwards. This was 4.5 hours. This was 5 hours. Okay. Until we reached the internal temperature, I put it in the holding oven for 2 hours for a rest. They've been rested. The juice distributed pretty nicely through it. They're flats, so they're always going to be a little drier, but you know, if I would have wrapped them in butter like I normally do and sauce and everything else, they maybe would have been a little juicier, but not bad. I mean, I'm not mad at these. It's my first time ever cooking this on a rotisserie. So can you do it? Yes, you can. Would I wrap it again? Well, if you wrap it in butcher paper on the rotisserie, it probably is going to burn as it comes around because it gets really close to the coal. So maybe there is another way to do it. I just haven't thought about it too much yet. Okay, good taste. The meat Mitch rub, nice taste. My wife preferred that. I'm more of a Texas traditional guy. I like the Ope We're Smokin, the salt, pepper, garlic kind of stuff. So to each their own. All right, so that Wellspring Components, that thing just keeps on smoking. Very easy adjustments, especially with my Chef's Temp S1 and the Brizo on there. Just kept rolling right around 250 all day. And I used the pyramid method with the charcoal. Seemed to work out okay. I got that tip from Dwayne over at the Wellspring. So that worked out nice. Okay, so that's it. There's a final thoughts and conclusions. Hey, couple things. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, you're just checking out the Wellspring stuff, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notify me, the little ding, ding, ding button. It lets you know when I have new content. And if you came over to check out the Wellspring stuff, or can you cook a brisket on a rotisserie, thanks for watching. Very much appreciated. Okay, so, and if, again, if you're new or you're returning or whatever, check out my Instagram page. I'll put the QR code for it over here. I got a little over 1,200 followers now. Thank you very much. Appreciate you following me. And I do post different content there from time to time. Okay, and if you liked anything I used on today's cook, my Hey Grill Hey gloves, my knives, temperature probes, all that kind of good stuff. Shameless plug, I know, and I apologize, but check out my Lost Canuck affiliate link store. It's in the video comments below. All the stuff that I use and believe in is down there, so check it out. All right, we are at the end of the video. So Lost Canuck always says, remember, be kind to each other. It really matters. It may make somebody's life a little better. So just try and be kind. I know it's hard. All right, so take care. Bye-bye. Love you guys.